It's not bad. It's just not how it used to be.
It usually means something's been going on for a while.
I don't want to overthink it.
Most people don't. They usually wait because it still kind of works.
Guys, I'm
Oh my God.
literally sitting right here. Anyway, my car does that too. Is that a get it checked thing or panic immediately thing?
That's get answers before it gets worse thing.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Transmission Talks. I'm Joe, and this is Taryn. Wait, I know, I messed that up on purpose. That was a joke.
I'm Joe, that's Taryn.
Yeah. Last week, we talked about what happens if you're ignoring the little problems and why waiting doesn't always work out to your advantage. Today, we're focusing on something that a lot of drivers experience but don't know what to do about, when your car shifts but something just doesn't feel right. We're actually going to be working right next to Joe over here as he builds a transmission because we are super busy here at Lee Miles and we are multitasking today. So what kind of transmission are you building today, Joe?
So this is a 68 RFE, which is in your common, like, I want to say like 2008 up Dodge diesel Cummins. This is their main power plant that they put in the Cummins.
My car still drives, but the shifting feels slightly different. Is that usually a sign of a transmission problem?
Usually, yes. So over time, as the transmission wears out, the aluminum wears out, which is in these valve bodies. The fluid pressure can't hold like it's supposed to, and then that'll affect shift patterns and the way shift feels happen.
So what does it mean when my car would hesitate before I start moving?
Typically, a lot of times that'll mean it's not quite holding.
Okay.
So like as soon as you go to take off, the fluid pump, your RPM is raised, so then the pump takes off a little bit further and then it'll fully apply.
Okay.
So you'll kind of feel that it'll slip for a moment and then the pressure will take off and then you'll actually go.
If the shift feels rough or jerky, is that something that I can ignore?
No.
Oh.
If it's getting jerky or rough, it's supposed to look like this. This is the clutch when you have an application. Okay, it's supposed to be that nice surface on it. Okay. So what happens is, over time, it turns into this. Okay, it doesn't get this bad right away, but what happens is when shifts get rough, it takes too long for this to come together and squish. So once it gets to that point, it jacks up pressure and then it slams it to try to get it to compress to get what it needs. So that's early signs of bad damage like that happening.
So what would cause a delay when I put my car into reverse or drive?
The same thing.
Same thing?
So what happens is it depends on what shift you're having an issue in. Say you're having an issue in the higher end, 4th, 5th, 6th. That's your overdrive. So if you're having a delay in that typically means that there's something wrong with your overdrive pack, which is what this is. So if reverse is bad, that's another drum. And if that is starting to go bad and it takes too long for the piston to apply it, you're going to get a delay once again. But there are other things like valve body and really thick fluid that can constrain the valve from moving the way it's supposed to. That can also cause a delay.
Okay. What is a hard downshift?
A hard downshift, so like especially in in these trucks in particular, if you're coming down to a stop, especially if you're coming down a hill, the engine management will know to tell the trans we're coming to a stop, and it will downshift into the previous gear to help you stop.
Okay.
To save the brakes and things like that.
Okay.
So that's what a downshift is.
Okay, so is a downshift always a transmission issue?
A downshift is necessary for a transmission function.
Okay. So if it's rough, a rough downshift, would it always be a transmission issue?
No, because that depends on, so it receives signals from like the body control and engine control. So a harsh downshift can be a bad brake switch. So a lot of times if the switch goes bad, the computer doesn't see, okay, the brake's applied.
Yeah.
But eventually the transmission says, what's going on? We're going way slower than I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then when it finally catches up and figures it out, it's too late and it makes it kind of rougher.
Okay. So it's like trying to catch up almost.
Right. There are other reasons too, but a lot of times, especially in like Chevys and stuff like that, we run into bad brake switches.
Is it normal for transmissions behavior to change in the weather, whether it's cold or warm?
Yeah, temperature is very important if you have an issue. Some will only act up when they're cold, some will only act up when they're hot. But that's generally a really good sign of a bad valve body.
This is a valve body.
Those are all the bolts for the valve
Yeah,
body.
those are all the bolts, and if you unbolt those, you can do
I
a valve body
have-
test and test the suction, right, Joe?
Yeah, yeah. That one actually needed
Like a pressure test, is that what it's called?
a vacuum test.
Vacuum test.
Yeah, vacuum test. That had a bad valve in it. I had to do a valve in that. This is the pump, which is also like a valve body in itself too. And this,
Oh.
this needed 4 valves as well.
Okay.
So that's pretty common in these. Transmission assembly goo. So what it is, it's a special grease that when it gets hot, it melts and turns into oil. That doesn't hurt the fluid. That doesn't hurt the trans.
Oh, cool. So how often do sensors or solenoid issues cause shifting problems?
Fairly often, and it's usually in particular units that we find it. There's plenty of transmissions that really don't have any at all. They mostly just have valving problems.
So if my transmission feels off sometimes but not all the time, should I still get it checked?
Yes, absolutely. That could be something simple as changing the fluid.
Okay, so what information should drivers pay attention to if the shifting does feel different?
Well, sometimes you have a transmission like maintenance light, so if that comes on, absolutely. The only thing that really drivers are going to be able to check are going to be fluid. So, and just make sure it's not leaking. Look under your car if you see transmission fluid, or come see us.
So how would early diagnosis save my money in the long run?
If we can get to it sooner and it's not super ground up, the cost of it won't be nearly as bad. It may still have to come out regardless.
Yeah.
But if we can keep from changing, hard parts like drums, that saves a lot of money.
If your car hesitates, shifts rough, or just doesn't feel the way it used to, bring it in the lean miles. It doesn't always mean that your transmission is failing, but it does mean it's trying to tell you something. See you next week.